Alright everyone, Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream is now out, and I expected to hate this game if I ever tried it, but after playing the demo, I was mind blown. Let's get into it. So, Tomodachi Life Living the Dream, which is, by the way, a Switch 1 game, is out now, and it's the big game for April. Now, I could sit here and give a hour-long video about how horrible Nintendo's marketing is, how we're not getting big games, and how we're getting a Switch 1 game as the main game of the month for a Switch 2 generation. But no, we're gonna actually talk about this game, Tomodachi Life Living the Dream. So, let's go back to when this game was revealed. When I first saw this, I knew I was gonna hate it. It looked really weird, and it looked like the most boring game ever, especially in the first trailer, where it's just panning across an island with Miis that talk like they're from 1975 or something. And even after the direct, I still wasn't convinced. In fact, there was some really weird things, like with the whole dating thing, which was kind of weird, where you can make the Miis date. It's really weird. When the demo came out, I was like, well, I need to play the demo just for some content. But when I started playing the demo, something unexpected happened. I was creating the Mii, and then I just stopped, and I was like, wait a minute, I'm actually enjoying this? To my extreme surprise, as I was playing the game, I actually found myself enjoying it. I named my island Apple Park, and then the first resident I created was Tim Cook. And let me just tell you, I wish the normal Mii creator got updated to this, because there's so many options and you can make your characters look like anything. And then my other two residents were John Turnus and Craig Federighi, which I thought was so funny. And as I was doing this, and when I was in my play session, I'd be like, wow, I'm actually enjoying this. I think one of the things is that I was comparing this to Animal Crossing, but this game is vastly different from Animal Crossing. In Animal Crossing, you start with nothing and it takes forever, depending on your skill level, to build stuff up. With this game, you're not necessarily building up the island. That just kind of goes as you progress in the game. But what you're mainly doing is you're creating Miis, and you're kind of structuring their lives. And it's almost kind of like you're this big person up in the sky watching this island, and you're moving the people around. And honestly, I thought that was really weird, but there is something oddly satisfying about it. I still would say this whole game is very odd, but that mechanic was for some reason so much satisfying. And I think the reason why it wasn't boring to me, at least in the demo, was because in Animal Crossing, you have to a lot of times wait overnight, and you have to get money, and there's some of that in here, like you have to get food for your residents and you have to use money for that. But from what I found, at least so far, it's very easy to do that. And at least from what I found so far, you don't have to wait overnight for things. And with Animal Crossing, your main goal is to build up your island, build your house, build all this. But in here, your main goal is to take care of your residents. And like I said earlier, there's something oddly satisfying about doing that. Now, the only downside to that is that your island is going to look very generic, because it's basically the same island from what I know. But let me tell you, it's really fun crafting the Miis, giving them their likeness. You can give them expressions and everything, and you can really just take a little hand and pluck them and put them anywhere. So I've made all three of them friends, because they work at Apple Park, and you can watch what they do. And basically it's more like elevating the residents, not necessarily your island, which honestly is a lot easier than elevating your island in Animal Crossing. in my opinion. I've basically done most of the stuff in the demo. There's probably still some things I haven't done, but overall, coming out of the demo, I was shocked because I actually found myself really enjoying this game, and I expected to go in the demo and be like, oh my goodness, this is so horrible. Why do I have to do this? But I honestly, I was like, whoa, why am I enjoying this? So overall, I do have to admit, I think I was a bit too harsh on this game. I still wouldn't say that this type of genre is really my thing. I like big action games and stuff like that. And I probably still won't buy the game just because in the economy we live in, I unfortunately can't afford to buy every Nintendo game. So, a lot of, especially making content, I have to pick and choose the biggest releases sometimes, and that's kind of the problem. A lot of the releases this year have not been big. Like last year, I had some heavy hitters, but this year, the releases just have not really been big, honestly. And honestly, I think I might get bored after playing this game for an extended amount of time. Like, if I got the normal version, I think I would probably get bored, and it may not be a game that I would visit too often. I don't know, honestly. And like I said, with money and everything, it's one of those situations where there is other games that are coming or rumored to be coming this year that I know personally I would enjoy a lot better, that I want to save for those. And I also don't want to end up regretting my purchase. I honestly do kind of regret getting Animal Crossing. Not to say that I don't like the game. It's one of those games where that, like, if you get in a roadblock, you will get bored of it fast. But it's still a really good game, and I kind of like the overallness of Animal Crossing better than this game. But I do have to admit, this game is a lot less boring and at times a lot more fun than Animal Crossing is, in my opinion. And I mean, the graphics for a Switch 1 game looks great. I don't know if the demo was enhanced for the Switch 2 because I was playing it on my Switch 2. The music was really catchy right off the bat. That's what I noticed as soon as I opened the demo. And the Mii customization is next level. Nintendo, you could literally just copy and paste the code from that section of the game and put it into the Mii creator on the system, and I'd be happy. If that's all you did, I'd be happy because the Mii creation in this game is next level compared to the basic stuff on the system. So yeah, after playing the demo, I definitely now see the hype. I would definitely not say this is a game of the year for me since I'm not even buying it, and I think for most people there's going to be better games than this coming out this year, but I do have to admit here, I was wrong, at least for me. Well, a good bit of my complaints about the game that led me to not really want to play it are still valid, like the dating thing in the game, but I do have to say the overall general game I was a bit harsh on, so yeah, that's kind of what I meant. And hey, you watching this, you may hate the game. You may hate it. Or you may love it, or you may be mixed. And I really do think it just depends on the person. But for me, it was a shocker for me because I did not expect to like this game, so yeah. Now, it is still upsetting that it's a Switch 1 game, and it is honestly kind of a small game for the big game of the month, and I kind of feel like that kind of states some things about Nintendo, but that's for a different video. So yeah. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy content like this. I'm so thankful for all of y'all who are subscribing. At the time of filming this, we are at 67 subscribers, and not to bring up that meme again, but sadly, that's what I thought about when we hit that goal. Brain rot. You get me, right? Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.